As I told everyone, so I'm just gonna squeeze this video in when I can. Because everyone is in town for the holidays in my area, the phone is damn near completely useless, and the laptop has struggled to even function. I did get it to go to YouTube today, but not to go live. It just kept going blank. So it's getting better. Some people have left town, but not so great. So we're just going to sneak in some videos when we can. That way I'm still making content. Other than that, there's not much I can do, so I have to just work with what I've got. And come Sunday, Monday, everybody will be leaving town. So come Tuesday, content will be back to its regular situation. I'm also not going to worry too much about editing these last few videos. There were a couple stories in them. I'm just going to recover them come Tuesday's live stream and next Friday's live stream. It's just easier that way. I can't even edit them right now if I wanted to. It's just not happening. So at this hour of the day, don't really expect many of you to show up. That's totally fine. This will basically be me talking to myself and you guys watching it later. So hello everyone in the future, you fucking dorks. Let's get into this. I've got my coffee. I hope everybody else is sleeping in. I am not. I had to wake early in the morning to do some legal documents online because I can't use the internet unless it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I've been trying to do the same shit online for 2 or 3 days and just couldn't. The phone just would not operate. But this morning I get up super early because I was woke up. And but then I thought, okay, I'm going to pretend that this is a blessing and that this is going to help me. And it did, because I was able to get all the shit done that I needed to get done online in literally 15 minutes when I was struggling for 2 hours to get one of these things done the other day. So I have some interesting stories. Good morning, Kai. I'm happy to see you. I figured we catch a couple people that are on different time zones. But I have no choice but to throw out the videos right now. So Tuesday, like I said, things will be back to normal. Good morning, Christ X Star. I figured I'd see you. We were just messaging on the messenger, so we are just gonna use the phone for a live, which honestly, hey kittens, honestly, I'm not a fan of using the phone for the live streams, but that's the option we have right now. Don't mind me. I clearly just woke up. I'm wore out. Hey, I put a bra on and a shirt that's too small. So, whatever. You know, shit. It's been a long couple weeks. We had a pretty good holiday. I hope everybody who does celebrate holidays had a good one. For those of you who don't, fuck holidays, right? Who cares? Only reason I do it is I have a kid. So I found some really interesting stories, and I've been wanting to cover them, and haven't been able to. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'll just make a video right now. Doesn't even have to be a super long one. Get some of this information out there, and then everybody can watch it when they get a chance to. And John says I'm at work today. Working weekend sucks. I have a few days off because my son has off for school. And it's not really in my favor because I need to make more money right now than ever, but I've sorted everything out and found work, and everything's gonna be fine. Fuck Fluffy. So, there's a specific couple stories, and I haven't even been able to use my computer to go tag my stories or anything. I can't set flags, I can't not shit. There ain't shit happening internet-wise in this motherfucking house. And I've been struggling to, I could talk about this shit because it's not the end of the world, confirm my identity for over a year. I used to live off-grid. I've been doing homesteading and hunting and just living in the wilderness for years. So this whole sitting in a house worrying about the internet thing is super new to me. I am also new to any affiliated corporations, and just getting an ID was a whole struggle for me. And I've finally done it, so I'm a civilized person. Tell the dog lovers that. They would disagree. So, I want to cover a couple of these stories, some of them Thanksgiving related. When I did get internet service on the in-between this weekend, this week, whatever, I've been searching for recent stories, not just, sorry, it's early, not just dog attack stories, but things that are related and Thanksgiving related. So we've got this one that I found very interesting. Let's just hope the computer works well enough to pull it up. Okay, cool, it is. Aha! Okay, that's why I was like, I can't go live right now. I can't even pull up any of my stories. So they've been just stacking up. And I'm like, I can go live on the phone, but that's generally where I send the emails from. And I can't go live off the computer. The blah, 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 blah. A wild turkey is recovering from a dog attack right before Thanksgiving. Shocker. What all do they attack? Each other, humans, children, cats, rabbits, squirrels, birds, turkeys, Freddie Mercury the seal, the peacocks, wombats. You guys, if you can think of another animal that I'm like off the top of my head, here's a short to long list of things that these fuckers attack. This was as of November 25th, okay, updated November 25th as well, from Chadwick's, New York. And if I miss your guys' comments, I apologize. On the phone, they show up and then just disappear. So, excuse me. Thanksgiving is all about being thankful and spending quality time with those who have some sort of impact on your life. For Judy Cusworth and the rest of her family, what they're most thankful for is something that others put on their tables this holiday season. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and most people are thinking about eating turkey. I don't think about that because I don't eat turkeys. I save them. Right before Halloween, Cusworth found a turkey that was badly injured after it had been attacked by, anybody want to guess? Pitbull. Okay, exactly, Jennifer. I got nothing. They'll attack anything. So Pitbull attacked this turkey, okay? She said the turkeys were in a group, but this one sustained the greatest injuries, which means it attacked more than one turkey, correct? Let's see here. As a result, they had to send this turkey, or Millie, as Judy's been calling her, to Cornell University for treatment. Which, that sucks, and it got attacked by a dog. It's just, I wish people cared this much about just humans, right? Anyways, the dog had taken a chunk out of the turkey, probably the size of a baseball. Bella Cusworth, 11, is Judy's granddaughter, and she's worked with the family's wildlife center her entire life. She says it was so scary seeing Millie in such bad shape, but says taking care of animals when they're hurt is the reason that she wants to follow in her grandmother's footsteps when she gets older. It was hard because you never want to see a hurt animal. No animal deserves to be in this condition. After weeks of treatment, Millie finally made it back to Chadwick's. She is now with her new family and can be released back into the wild this coming spring with her wounds completely healed. So, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this story was that if you hear this from a dog lover, they're going to make jokes and think it's funny and go, oh, little Shibbles wanted to have a turkey, just trying to celebrate Thanksgiving. They won't say, this is horrific and they do this all the time. And stop. Think real quick, because I'm like, with Halloween or anything else, how many attacks and things are taking place right now that aren't being talked about? How many attacks have taken place that these people have chose not to turn in? That they're just like, oh, we can't talk about this. If we say that Fluffy was running around Thanksgiving and the holidays attacking little children and hurting everybody, we'd have problems. I know for a fact several dogs got loose in my neighborhood and were running around fucking things up. I heard them, I seen them. There have been multiple dog-related incidents. When we were getting a ride home from Thanksgiving, which we didn't need, it's right next to the house, but this old lady wanted to see my house, and so she offered to take us back. I made a new friend. She's an older lady. I like older ladies and dudes and people that like the same things as me. So we were trying to drive around the corner and get home, and there's this neighbor that lets their pugs run all around, and they ran right underneath their car. And it took everything in my being to not say, run them over, honk the horn. I wanted to roll down the window and start yelling at the people. Like, how many fucking times have I told you to keep those dogs on a leash? It's the fucking holiday season. There are people driving all around here fast. Super fast speeds on all kinds of different all-terrain vehicles and in their cars and drinking. It's a big thing during the holiday. And you got these fucking tiny dogs roaming around on the street, but they don't give a fuck, They don't give a fuck. Let's see. Okay, this one came from Rock HSW. Okay? And I meant to cover this the other day when I was doing a live stream, but nothing on my computer would work. So we're hoping that the article is going to pull up. At any given time, I suddenly lose service. Apologies ahead of time. Like I said, we need to be ready for this in my area. I live in a tourist area. So every time we run into a holiday season, I'm going to end up just placing live streams late, doing them early in the morning or really late at night. I had to stay up till like 2 the other day to get some stuff done online, because the phone just doesn't work past 7 a.m. or the computer. So it's like I just have like 2 pieces of worthless technology. But I live in a really nice place, so I just have to take the punches. So Rock sent this photo of woman that had jumped off building and deceased after conflict with old lady walking her dogs and not leashing the rope are exposed. Recently, Lu, a woman from Wuhan, Hubei, committed suicide by jumping off a building because she had a dispute with a dog breeder in the community about walking dogs without leashing them. The event continued to ferment. This was from the 27th, so this just was updated, and I believe he sent me the article the 24th. To sum up this incident in one sentence, a group of old ladies killed a girl because of a dog. I keep saying, these things are trouble from top to bottom, okay? Top to bottom. Constantly causing issues. It's just the finances that get spent on them. Let alone the attacks, bacteria, viruses, zoonosis, people arguing, motherfuckers getting arrested for dead dogs. I mean, the stories just go on and on and on. Dog jumps off building. Dog won't stop biting itself. Did y'all see that shit? Where Miley Cyrus is laying around naked doing a photo op with a dog. I just got the article last night, and they go like, Miley Cyrus, desperate for attention, strips down and takes pictures with dog. And I'm like, this bitch is literally laying around naked with a dog. Everybody else thinks this is normal. Judging from the photos released by the girl's family, the woman involved looks very young and looks very beautiful, which is quite sad. And the Wuhan Jendi Sheng Amilun community involved, a large number of owners placed flowers at the place where the girl committed suicide. All dogs and everything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sam. Exactly, Christ X-Star. Girl's father said he was very grateful to see so many owners supporting his daughter. He felt that his little girl was still very good. There's a little bit of language barrier here where they've translated this into English. You'll get that a lot on my channel. The incident occurred in the early morning of November 13th. I knew it was kind of recent. When the woman involved jumped from the rooftop of a 32-story residential building to her death. It is understood that the deceased Lou Moulin was 35 years old this year. The day before the jump, Lou Moulin was among the community owners and said she wanted to take life to sue the owner who was walking their dogs without a leash. So this was like her act of protest. The whole thing's fucking crazy. Family members introduced the ins and outs of the incident. Daughter's name is Lu Zelun. She was bitten by a dog when she was very young. So she has always been afraid of dogs since she's grown up. Okay, you guys catch what's happening here? I'll give you a little summarization when we're done. 2 months ago, when she was out walking on the sidewalk of the community on her way to work, a group of old ladies walking their dogs in the community without leashes. When the dogs were chasing her out of self-protection, Lou picked up a small branch from the roadside to drive away the dog. This group of ladies turned their anger on Lou. Okay? And gathered Lou Zelin only way to work every morning to block her as she walked to work. So there's some language barrier here. Let me explain. Lou was attacked when she was young by dogs. She now is 35 and trying to walk back and forth to work. There's only one way for her to go. These old ladies won't walk their dogs on leashes. Good morning, Orc. And now, because they are angry with Lou for picking up a stick to defend herself from the dogs, they have started convening in the same area every morning with their dogs off leash to block Lou from being able to get to work. Okay? That's where we're at so far. Family members of the old man also insulted him. Family members claimed that the old man's daughter-in-law even slapped Lou in the face and verbally abused various owners. Okay, like I said, lots of language barriers, so just hang tight. The woman complained about the property. The property's never been given any feedback. The deceased girl, it's terrible, kittens. The deceased girl may have been surrounded and abused for a long time, which eventually led to her emotional breakdown. She jumped off the building in the early morning of November 13th and committed suicide. So let me catch you completely up. So the girl couldn't walk to work anymore. She's being harassed by these people with their off-leash dogs. Older people in the neighborhood that should be protecting her and looking out for her have now started showing up and creating a literal roadblock to stop her from getting to work every day, all because she picked up a stick to defend herself because she has a fear of dogs from being attacked when she was young. This went on for months, and them tormenting her and talking shit around the neighborhood until she jumped off of a 32-story building. And she even said she was doing it to prove a point out of her emotional distress because they were harassing her. At present, the family's appeal is, we think my daughter has been insulted, beaten, and they say, and complained. What they mean is, like, the area, right? For a long time and then helplessly collapsed. We chose to fight for life. Our family believes this is a matter of provoking trouble, and it should be filed as a criminal case. We hope to get support from the police to help us find witnesses. 2 months of insulting was nothing trivial. Okay? The old man was unreasonable before he made a mistake, causing psychological harm to the girl. So there's a bunch of old people in the neighborhood. Everyone's psychological endurance is different, and you never know what will become the last straw to overwhelm the camel. The law is the bottom line of morality. If dog breeders are failing to train their dogs and keep them on leashes, they will have to bear the corresponding consequences instead of the current moral condemnation. The owners worshipped with flowers this morning. Okay? So she was 36 when she died. They all spread flowers in the grass in mourning. It's a community with over 1,600 households. While the owners of the animals also came to mourn, they expressed their dissatisfaction with the problem of dog harassment in the community. It's reported that she had reported the owner group, the people who own the dogs, many times before the accident, chased by dogs and fought with several dog owners. After more than 2 months of conflict, she was surrounded by the opponent and beaten with sticks. She once bought a dog stick to fight back, leaving a message to fight against fate. A neighbor said that she had seen her beaten with a long stick by the dog owner downstairs. In the short suicide note, she made a list of her favorite items and gave them all to her friends. At present, the family members have submitted relevant information to the police. Look, she killed herself and wasn't emotionally stable, but I think many of us on this channel can understand what the fuck just happened here. We all take a lot of stress just listening to dog bark, or have to go to a family member's house where they are, or seeing them everywhere, okay? What is up, Disgraciado? It's okay. It's Friday. No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, isn't it? It's Saturday. If dogs are so great, why do dog owners have to continually defend their dogs and intimidate people? Exactly. Exactly. So this girl ends up, after months of being attacked and pushed around, all for picking up a stick to defend herself while she walked down the street to go to work. They started building up roadblocks to block her so she can't walk to work with the dogs, using them as weapons, effectively. And she ended up committing suicide. She even wrote the note and said, I'm doing this so that these people can get in trouble. I'm doing this for everybody else. I want someone to be held accountable for what has happened. This is tremendously sad. As it is obviously pretty dramatic to jump off a building and kill yourself. Understand how this girl must have felt every single day. She's up in her house looking down, the dogs are down there. There's the roadblock. She can't get to work. She's being attacked verbally, physically. She's trying to reach out and get help and contact people and getting nothing from it. She is being just constantly. And then finally one day, she just writes a note and leaves everybody's stuff that she cares about and jumps off this building. It's unreal. It's an unreal story. I just... It's something, y'all. It's something. So let's see if this pops up. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to go another direction with it. Okay. So, I discussed this earlier. Let's talk about it. Apparently, for the attention-starved Miley Cyrus trying to become another statistic, this is how she deals with it. She strips nude with a dog in a new Instagram photo. Now, she is butt-ass naked. I'll show you guys the... Here, I'm going to have to go with you to make sure. So here's this crazy bitch right here. Butt-ass naked with a pair of... not the best-looking boots. Not like I'm a fashion professional. That happened in China, I believe, Workwrench. They said it was like Zulin. So I believe that's where it was. I also have a list of dog ownership. It turns out they have more dogs over there than we do. I kind of like knew that, but I didn't know. And then I was like reading about it and I'm like, holy shit. Like they have but there's a lot more people there too. So Miley Cyrus posted all these racy photos on her Instagram. She continued the trend. From what I have heard, other people have started to do this now too. It was like all these zoophiles and bestiality motherfuckers. Hey, A-Star, when I become everybody's mom, I'm getting old. It's okay. I'm happy with my age and my physical physique. Words. So yeah, apparently other people have picked up on this trend, you know, like when somebody does one thing and everybody's like, nah, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna swallow cinnamon, I'm gonna dump ice water on myself. I'm worried about the world. Anyways, everyone decided to join in on this trend, and apparently, you know, all of these weird, zoophiliac sons of bitches, dorks, fucking weirdos, have started taking nude pictures with these dogs, just like Miley Cyrus. So they, you know, the dog is laying across her genitals. Dog-free home. Yeah, A-Star is a champ. We were just talking the other day about how she even has the papers that says that she has a deadly allergy and dogs could kill her. So she has a nice dog-free home, and it's sterile and all clean. And she's a boss. I said, dude, you're my fucking idol. And she's like, actually, I learned it from watching all of you guys. And I'm like, even better. I'm happy to know we're actually helping somebody rather than just sharing dog stories. I had a dog lover pop up in my comments the other day, be like calling me all kinds of names and shit. You know how they do. And I was just like... Really, all I do is share news stories about dogs, so you're just mad at the messenger. It's, you know, I throw a couple of stories and personal things in here and there, but I'm not over here, like, just giving my own opinion over and over. I'm sharing stories, you know, so really upset them. So, yeah, you know, there we go. As if Miley Cyrus wasn't already weird enough, and probably years of being held up as some kind of model and sex symbol since she was a child didn't help. But now she's doing nude glamour photos with dogs, so hooray. The world is not going well. I believe this one... Yes, this one's from a couple months ago, but I couldn't help but notice how fucked up the story was and want to share it, okay? Oh, this is from last year, actually. 16-year-old Texas boy dies after being attacked by 3 dogs. Let me stop this. Yeah, see, my damn service won't work, but it has no problem, there we go. Has no problem playing fucking ads, does it? Couldn't help but notice that. Like, my service doesn't work, but Black Friday deals were still popping up on my phone, but I can't get onto YouTube. So I found this one from 2015. Officials mauled woman committed suicide by pit bull. You have to email that to me or I'll have to go look it up. Interesting. You know, I believe I've seen that somewhere. Okay. Irving, Texas, a 16-year-old boy has died from his injuries after he was attacked by 3 pit bulls. They say the dogs were in a fenced-off area of a yard. Authorities don't know what the teenager was doing in the backyard because he didn't live in the home. It could just be as simple as him trying to get a baseball or something, but just hang tight and listen to the rest of the article. The neighbor, Elizabeth Cantu, said she heard screams just before 5 a.m. She climbed onto her truck, looked into the backyard, and saw the pit bulls attacking the teen, who was desperately knocking on the door, trying to get some help. She said she honked her horn to try to wake up her neighbor, who never responded, so then she called 911. 3 officers jumped the fence and tried to get between the victim and the dogs. 1 officer was bitten. Police had to shoot 1 dog and put the other 2 in quarantine. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to shut this off. Silence. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining in so early. Take care. And until next time,